Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sonic Music Releases, the series where I talk about and look at officially physically released Sonic music from over the years. Today is my first look at Crush 40 just by themselves. It's taken me a while to finally get to these. I've had the actual CDs for quite a while. I just kept, there's so many, CDs and music releases to talk about. Took me some time to finally get to these, but yes, Crush 40 is a huge part of Sonic music history, so I'm glad to finally talk about them. So we've actually got a two-parter today, and you might be saying, hey, how is this Crush 40 related? Well, I'll get there. In fact, it's the first release we are talking about. Here we have Sons of Angels, Thrill of the Feel. This was released March 23rd, 2000 in Japan. And what this is the first Crush 40 release back when their name wasn't Crush 40, it was Sons of Angels. So I forget where and when they actually changed their name to Crush 40. We know the meaning of the name Crush 40, but Sons of Angels was the short-lived first name of them. And this is almost not Sonic related at all. This is actually the soundtrack to NASCAR Arcade, also known as NASCAR Rubbin Racing outside of the US. But what makes it Sonic related is the bonus track on the back. It says, "Open Your Heart," and of course we all know where that is from. There's also the track list right there. I'll leave it up so you can see, although it's pretty, it's not as lengthy as a normal game soundtrack. It's more on the likes of like an actual just like studio album put out by a band, at least number of tracks wise. Anyway, it was published by Victor Entertainment and it retailed for 2,400 Japanese yen, or roughly $21 to $22. So yeah, that's what the cover looks like. Got this really beautiful image of the sky and this really cool logo with like a guitar, but it's also kind of car looking. And then we have around here, I believe this is songs from the track list around the border. And of course, the logo is meant to look like NASCAR. Jun Sonoe has this thing of making logos that look like other logos. Like, there's a sticker for a Crush 40 release that looks like the Harley-Davidson logo, and on his guitar or something, I think he's had like a Good Gear instead of Goodyear, but it has the same exact font. Anyway, yeah, let me take a look at the back right here. It's got Sons of Angels, Thrill of the Feel, Johnny Gioeli vocals, Jun Sonoe guitar, Naoto Shibata on bass, and Hirotsugi Homa on drums. And then we have more legal information down here, all that good jazz. Manufactured and distributed by Victor Entertainment Inc., Japan, copyright copyright 2000, Sega Enterprises Limited. So let's pop this bad boy open. First, taking a look at the obi. It's got this really nice contrast of white, yellow, and black on it. Those are pretty much the only colors except a little bit of red right there. This is how it would look on the release itself, and I think it is a really cool looking obi. Like, it looks really nice. Stands out quite a bit. And there's the border. The border is actually the boring part. But there is actually a flip side to the obi. I don't know what this says, because absolutely none of it is in English. But yeah, there's some info. Let's take a look at the booklet. There's a cleaner shot of the cover art and how that looks. Back of it just has this little wave design on it, and opening it up, liner notes, I'll get to those in a second. The booklet is actually made of like this, it's not like a glossy paper, it's actually kind of rougher, almost a little cardstock-like. It'd be thin cardstock though. So this pretty much is just the back, what you already saw. Turning the pages, lyrics to all the songs. If you guys don't know Crush 40's like non-Sonic stuff, definitely check it out. It's really great. It still has that Crush 40 feel, and people have pointed out like, oh, it could easily be a Sonic song just because Crush 40 has that sound, I guess. Taking a look at the liner notes, I believe these are just all the lyrics in Japanese. Actually, yeah, very boring looking, but liner notes typically are. This is really just black text on a white background. No images or fancy stuff. Slight design on the back, I guess. And that's what the front looks like, which is really just a black and white version of that. And popping the disc off, we can see it's just a yellow color all over with the logo in the middle, shiny reflecting on a bit of the logo, and the legal information wrapping around this freaking glare coming from my window. I hate it. But yeah, that's what the disc looks like. And actually, I did want to comment on this. This is what the tray looks like. And actually, we can see more of June's logo changing. I don't even know what that says, but you can tell that's supposed to be the Hot Wheels logo. Funny thing about this has a tray image, right? Well, I actually do have a second copy of this, with the CD tray being black. And I've seen multiple copies like this, but it's strange because there is an image back there. So I don't know if it originally came with a black tray or not. The only reason I got another copy was because the Obi was actually split in half. I got a partial refund and then bought another copy because why not? And I can't remember if I switched the tray on the other one. I think I might have, because I think I might have gotten both of them with a black tray. It's a shame too, because it's a really cool image, and it makes the the border that shiny black, kind of like the Shadow soundtrack. But I'd recommend, if you get this, try either getting one with a a clear tray, or just buy a blank jewel case and then swap it out yourself. It's not hard. It's a really cool image. I really like it. It makes it feel complete. It feels so weird to bury that behind a colored tray. Anyway, what's this one worth? I'd say anywhere from $25 to $45. It's sort of uncommon, but it can be found if you look around, and I have seen it on proxies and stuff, because again, this was released in Japan. On eBay, I've seen it go for more than that. I wouldn't pay more for that. I think initially for my first copy, I paid like $45, and then on the other, my second copy, I paid less. So, just shop around. And that leads us to what is simply titled Crush 40. This was released February 24th in 2003 in the United States. This is the first Crush 40 release for the States. In fact, I think it's one of the only ones. So this is basically a slightly changed re-release of Thrill of the Feel. Of course, they now had their name Crush 40. This came out 3 years after that. However, it does not include the tracks Star Spangled Banner, Fill It Up, Rush Into the Crazy World, On the Road Again, and When the Sun Goes Down, which is actually kind of funny that it doesn't have the Star Spangled Banner, because that's a cover of, an American song that they took off for the American re-release. That's just silly to me. Also, yes, please don't mind the $3.99 sticker. I paid more than that, by the way. I wish I paid $3.99 for this. However, where it took those tracks away, it did add some Sonic-related ones. It added Live and Learn, Escape from the City, and the Sonic Adventure version of It Doesn't Matter, which is funny because Johnny doesn't even sing on that one. That's weird that they would add it. It was published by Frontiers Records, and it retailed for $12.99 USD. So let's open this up and take a look at the booklet with no glare on it from the jewel case. That's how the cover looks. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this image right here. Turning it around, we got a nice shot of the young boys. Okay, so if we flip through the booklet, we get some... That is just... it looks like the same... It's from the same, session of taking photos, but they're in different poses. We get lyrics from all the songs, more images. Look at Johnny. More images, really cool shot of a race car in the background. More lyrics and the more photos of the gang and lyrics, and that's pretty much how it is all the way throughout. And that is a great image of them as little boys. Oh man, that's such a great image. Putting the booklet back to the case, and then we can take a look at the disc, which is hyper reflective. So please don't pardon the... You can see the camera. There you guys are. Anyway, Crush 40 logo on the top, Frontiers Records logo over here, track list right there, and catalog number and the like. And then on the tray is just an image of what seems to be an engine, I'm guessing. That would make sense, because this was the whole racing motif for NASCAR Arcade and whatever. And then this is what the back looks like. Some really young shots of Johnny and June, and then the track list, which I won't put on screen because it's pretty small, but you can see. And then the bonus tracks down here, It Doesn't Matter and Escape from the City. Live and Learn they put on the very first track, which was probably a smart move. Coming out in 2003, Live and Learn was probably... most Sonic fans were probably familiar with it, so good to put that right at the top. So I'd say this is worth $20 to $50, and I know that's like a $30 difference, and that's kind of large, but it really just depends on what you're willing to pay for it. And I mean, people can list these for more than they're worth. I should also note that there's actually a Russian reprint of Crush 40. It's the same exact track listing and everything. It was published by CD Maximum Records, and it has a very slightly different look to the disc. It's so strange that there would be, like, a specifically Russian reprint of Crush 40. I'm not sure. Maybe they were big over there? I'm not really sure. Anyway, I think the Russian reprint is a little more... Actually, you know what? I've seen that more often than the US Crush 40, so that one might be not as expensive, at least when you're trying to collect all of them. Maybe I'll get that one day and do like a little comparison or something. Anyway, thanks for watching another episode of Music Releases, and I'll catch you in the next one.